covering the Northern Bahamas? You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Rotary Club's on Grand Bahama welcoming their district governor, who is responsible for Grand Bahama and South Florida. During the visit, the governor outlined the way forward for the organization and goals for the 2018-2019 year. President of the Rotary Club of Grand Bahama Sunrise, Maurice Capron.
Our theme for this year is Be the Inspiration, and he really inspired us this morning through all of the goals and objectives that we have planned for this year, and he has encouraged us to stretch ourselves, prepare goals and goals beyond those goals so that we can accomplish our goals while at the same time being the inspiration to others.
The visiting governor says his message to Rotarians mainly focuses on inspiring others through action.
On what we do and how we do it and how we build relationships with people and have fun in the process and include our family makes all the difference in the world, makes people want to do more. And we really need that at a time when there's so many needs in the world from all different levels.
That meeting was held at the Geneva's restaurant. And finally, in news this evening, these are the dog days of summer. The intense heat is taking its toll, leaving many exhausted. A local physician says the scorching temperatures could be a cause for concern.
It is hot, and anyone who has been outside lately more than likely is feeling the scorching heat and humidity. Medical doctor Leviticus Roll is warning residents that with this increase in temperature could come some serious health implications.
We're particularly concerned about persons, first of all, at the extremes of age, very young, very old. This is the demographic that is far more at risk of becoming dehydrated and developing signs and symptoms such as heat exhaustion and even heat stroke. And believe it or not, even sunburn. We tend to think that we are protected because of demand and content from sunburn, and to some extent we are, but it's relative, not absolutely. Yes, we can in fact get sunburn, and so we are concerned about that.
He says there are those who are at a high risk when it comes to the heat, like sickle cell anemia patients, the very young, and the young at heart. But nonetheless, anyone directly exposed to the heat should protect themselves as best as they can.
A lot of it is just common sense. You want to avoid sun exposure during the peak of the day. I mean, if you have to be out and about, then try to get things done perhaps in the morning or in the evenings. If you find that you have to be out during the midday, look for that shade or wear a cap. Keep yourself well protected from the sun. And if at any point you or your loved one or someone that you're caring for develop signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion or heat stroke or any form of confusion, then it's very important to get medical help.
And Dr. Roll adds that if you feel dehydrated, water alone may not do the trick.
If you're spending long hours in the sun, particularly if you're working hard and perspiring a lot, sweating a lot, then we're concerned not just for water loss, but you're losing something called electrolytes, sodium and potassium and chloride. And so in that vein, water itself isn't always the best thing to rehydrate yourself with. You want to use electrolytes. There's Gatorade or Powerade for smaller kids, or even for adults, Pedialyte. Coconut water, either in the can or from the tree, has been shown to have the right balance of electrolytes.
For persons exercising, he advises that you do so indoors in the cool, early in the mornings or later in the evenings.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
And welcome. An avid viewer sent this question. If someone is on dialysis, can they ever stop? This is a very common question, and thanks for asking it. Dialysis is a kidney replacement therapy, which means it replaces the failed kidneys and filters blood outside the body. Our body produces waste over time. So if someone is on dialysis, he or she needs to do it regularly, usually 3 times a week for about 4 hours each session. Kidney failure patients do dialysis because their kidneys fail to remove waste produced by their body. So the short answer to this question is yes. Whether one can stop dialysis depends on his or her illness or the cause of kidney failure. In certain conditions, patients can regain kidney function, and if their kidney function is strong enough to remove a certain amount of fluid and waste, they can stop dialysis. But when a person develops kidney failure from chronic conditions, such as hypertension and diabetes, these persons will need dialysis lifelong. If you or your loved one is on dialysis and you have a question, please email askdrbahamas@gmail.com. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Don't go away. A check on sports is up next.